All over on your stomach.
Hey, bro, don't shoot me, man.
Kyle Vinson sits, ready to share his story about the video most of us have already seen.
Help! Help! Help!
I didn't even realize how much blood there was until I saw some of the video.
And he hopes to never see the video again. But he does want people to know what led up to the encounter.
Because I was homeless at the time, so I'm just kind of moving from place to place. I was looking for some jobs. I went to a donut place, construction place, and then I was just leaving at Starbucks because they had they give out water and stuff there, and I was grabbing something there. And then when I was leaving at Starbucks, the patrol car pulled up and said I was trespassing.
According to court documents, the two men Vinson happened to be with ran, but Vinson stayed as officers John Hobart and Francine Martinez proceeded to give him orders. Affidavits say Vinson complied.
Next thing I know, he's got his hand around my neck, and then I'm getting my face shoved into the rocks, and then I have a gun pressed up against my head saying, if I move, I'll shoot you.
Vinson says he didn't know that he had an active warrant for probation violation.
Bro, I don't have no warrant.
No, I didn't know I had a warrant at all for my probation at all. I didn't know. That's why I was so shocked.
While video shows Vinson struggling to remove the officer's hands, court documents say he never made any threatening moves towards police, even as Officer Hobart continued to pistol whip and choke him.
On your face! Shoot me! Get on your face!
Because I thought I was going to die 2 times when I had the gun to the back of my head and when I rolled over and before he hit me in the chest with the Glock or the Glock 40, whatever they have. I thought he was going to shoot me there also.
Vinson has been left with multiple injuries, bruises, cuts, and a wound that required stitches.
So I had a hole in my head, bruised face, just a swelled finger. I have 2 holes in my leg from a taser.
Do you feel like you were treated differently by Aurora police in these circumstances? And if so, why?
Well, why is, you can see why. If everybody was treated that way, there wouldn't be police, So, yeah, I was definitely treated unfairly, I believe.
Vinson believes he was stereotyped because he's black and experiencing homelessness.
There's nothing I could do. I did everything that he told me to do, so.
His attorneys feel the same.
This officer had a whole bunch of ideas about who Mr. Vinson was and was not. So yes, him experiencing homelessness and the color of his skin absolutely played a factor in how he was treated that day.
Qusair Mohammadbai has represented others involved in cases where Aurora police are accused of excessive force. Most recently, the death of Elijah McClain. McClain, unarmed, died in 2019 after an encounter with Aurora police. What does it tell you about the Aurora Police Department?
Even when we pass laws, even when supposed training occurs, we still have officers who stand by and watch brutality happen to our community. This is a police department that simply needs to be torn down and built up from scratch.
Meanwhile, Vinson hopes his story will bring change.
And fortunately for me, my video was actually uploaded and everybody got to see it. And I'm thankful for that, so people can see the truth. Other police officers doing it out there. I'm not the only one this happens to. I'm just fortunate to still be here and get it on camera.
And the question we have for our law enforcement experts is, does this warrant departmental reform? Donald Schweitzer?
Yeah, every police department owes it to the public to conduct fair investigations, admit mistakes, and correct their problems. This looked like there was a lot of mistakes here, but there's always 2 sides of the coin. Right now we're seeing one portion of the video. There may be an explanation for the conduct, but it doesn't look good. I would point out to the fact that, you don't really have a reason to put your gun on somebody's head while they're resisting arrest in this manner, unless you're an immediate threat. It doesn't look like it right there. Same thing with putting your hand on their throat as they're laying on their back. That choke seems more like it's meant to hurt the person, not really apprehend the person. So, in this case, it might be just an individual officer that had some problems, or it could be systemic. If it's systemic, then I would agree that there needs to be an overhaul.